I'm glad you brought up that parallel, because a lot of people refer to the internet boom, and then of course the bears will say, well, there was an internet bust also, and you could have invested in Amazon, but you could have also invested in pets.com or whatnot. But you're making the comparison to investing it in HTTP. So that's a completely different story. That's a different way of extending that metaphor, right, Barry?
Which is not, but that's certainly not our thesis.
Okay, your thesis
is really more on the store of value digital money side of it. Okay. And look, I agree with Jeremy that this is going to happen, but I just think that that's a multi-decade evolution. So from an investment opportunity perspective today, how do you make money today? It's deploying money into the tokens and currencies that have the potential to first attract the store of value crowd and then take advantage of opportunities around cross-border payments.
All right, so a lot of the firms out there who are looking to get institutional money into the space, they say, oh, there's a lot of interest out there. I mean, everyone from Susquehanna to Coinbase with their institutional product, et cetera. In terms of the willingness of institutional investors, what do you think is the number one barrier right now? Is it some sort of internal mandate where they can't invest in cryptocurrency? Is it no custody solution? I mean, what is it? What kind of barriers are there, and what are the barriers that will most easily be removed to allow that theoretical floodgate of money to enter the space?
So let me first, I guess, clarify. Grayscale released today the first half investor report for digital assets, and in that we announced that we had raised $250 million year to date across our 8 funds. Of that, 56% of it came from institutional investors. So, look, in the whole scheme of things, small amounts, but relative to the year prior and prior to that, it's exponential growth. So the conversations that we're having right now every day with the existing Wall Street establishment is, let's solve the custody, let's have the trading systems in place, and I don't want to be first. I want to be a fast follower, but I don't want to be first. And there's some big names out there that have started to let it be known that they're going to get involved in the space. I can tell you it is absolutely happening, and 2019 is going to be an enormous year for this asset class.
So we've seen some interesting things. I mean, we operate one of our other businesses called Circle Trade. We're one of the largest market makers and liquidity providers in the crypto market in the world. And year over year, it's been dramatic growth. Even in this bear market on a year over year basis, it's 500% growth. It's really significant. But what's been really notable, and this echoes a little bit of what Barry's seen, is that we saw a pretty major wave of new institutions who've onboarded with us in the past quarter and a half. And in particular, you saw with the growth last year, I think what happened is a lot of institutions had to go and get approvals and go to committees and get their LPs comfortable and set up new fund structures and figure out what their custody is going to be. And there's a lot of housekeeping that's going on. And so a lot of people have gone through that. We've had an enormous number of people on board. A large percentage of the trading business is now with new institutional clients, but a lot of those institutions are not yet trading.
And so they have money.
They have capital. They've got
ready
mandate,
to be deployed, or it has
ready to be deployed.
Okay, but they're sitting on the sidelines.
But they're sitting on the sidelines. Okay. And so I think in that case, I don't think that there's like a, they need to have some new, regulatory thing to happen or whatnot. There may be some of that here and there. I think it's people have been sitting around waiting for the bottom, waiting for a market catalyst, trying to time the market. And so maybe we've seen some of that even in the last week.